All right, so you're gonna start a lawn care business for $10,000. I'm gonna walk you through exactly what you should buy in order to be able to spend that budget the most effectively. All right, now let's assume that you have $10,000 as your budget. Where am I gonna spend that money? Honestly, mostly on the mower. Outside of your truck, your mower is probably your most expensive piece of machinery. And the nice thing about having a larger mower is I can do larger properties. If you only had a $1,000 budget and were restricted to literally a push mower, the size of properties you're gonna be able to handle probably doesn't go much more above 10,000 square feet. If the vast majority of your properties have 20, 30, 40,000 square feet of turf, you're gonna need a zero turn. And this one right here is a great entry model, all right? This one's $6,700, so it's around $7,000 just for your mower. I know it's a lot, it's a big step up from just spending $600. However, this model right here is actually not commercial. And there's a lot of entry-level machines when it comes to zero turns that aren't technically for commercial, but if you're only doing 30, 40, 50 lawns a week, this is gonna do a great job. It's gonna probably triple your efficiency compared to doing a push mower. And when you start getting 30, 40, 50 lawns a week, it's extremely important to be efficient so that you're not taking 3 times as long on a property to mow the grass. So let's look at these stick edgers. Now, I don't like to skimp on these. You could go a little bit further down and only spend $129, $179. These curved weed whackers, I just haven't had the best experiences with these. I would recommend spend a little bit more and step up to the straight shafts. These ones are gonna cost you $199. They aren't necessarily commercially rated. However, they do a great job. They're the straight shaft, and honestly, I've seen these work really, really well. They're half the price. If you go all the way up to the expensive models of steel, for example, we're now looking at $450, $400, $480 for these much, much more heavy duty machines. But if I'm doing 10, 15, 20 lawns, $199, get a straight stick edger, highly recommended. Most of the brands have created these attachments that you can get as supplementary to getting a separate piece of equipment for all your hand tools, which means you could get technically an attachment for hedge trimming, an attachment for edging like stick edger, chainsaw, and even a blower. Get separate equipment for your blower and your weed whacker, your trimmer. If you want to get these attachments for things like chainsaws or hedge trimmers, I think that's great. But I would recommend get a separate blower from a separate weed whacker. Let's go check out the blowers. These bad boys from Steel are gonna run you about $700 for the BR800. That's the best, the newest, the best. Like, everything's fantastic. Now, what's really been popular for many years in the landscaping community, and what we use still to this day, is the BR600. These are $550. So we're looking between $550 all the way to $700 for a single unit. Now, this is the thing we gotta compare, is it worth the extra power that this brings compared to this unit? Obviously, you can tell this is not gonna be as powerful as the big backpack blower. But this one's only gonna cost you literally $129. I could buy 5 of these units for the price of this one. So the question is it worth it? Now, if you're gonna be doing larger commercial properties or big residential with massive driveways, it might be worth getting one of these bad boys because it's so much more powerful. But this is the thing, this is so nice and light. It's great for doing around flower beds, in and around bushes. I've had it before where you have this massive thing on your back. Like, look at the size of this thing. On your back, it's gonna be, number one, pretty fatiguing to work with, as well as hard to operate if you're trying to get through bushes. So sometimes having one of these, even if you have a backpack blower, is gonna be useful for property cleanups, getting around bushes, and overall, it's just easier to just like pop this out of the trailer and use it, versus this thing, I've gotta unclip it, put it on my back. It's heavy, a lot more operator wear and tear on this guy, which is probably about 3 times the weight compared to this one. But if you're gonna be doing massive commercial properties, parking lots, you want this bad boy.